Hey guys. Uh, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys. So today's video is going to be about dating in Japan. I've dipped my feet into the Japanese dating pond for journalistic and entertainment purposes. Watch this video and I will enlighten you to the art, the mysteries and the fetishes of dating in Japan. This bitch is bisexual, sexually fluid. I think that's the new trending way to say it. I'm gonna be able to give you my expertise on both Japanese girls and Japanese boys. Holla!
Ready?
Please like this video if this is a topic you're interested in, because I don't know, I really like my videos. Like, I don't know you, but I really like them. Basically, dating in Japan in a way is kind of much like dating anywhere, because I mean, Japanese people are human beings after all. But yeah, the culture is kind of like particular and very different from like Western culture, and even very different from a lot of other Asian cultures. So there's still like some kind of like differences that you might want to know about before you like get into it. The first thing that I find like kind of like hard here in the dating world is kind of like people have no time. Bitches don't have your time because people work so much or study like so hard, or study plus work. So basically, to like really develop a relationship with someone and get into like an encounter, it's kind of like sometimes a long and complicated process. Like, I used tons of apps, mainly Tinder, and I had like so many matches. But basically, I mean, from my part, I didn't really feel like I necessarily like got in touch with somebody that I really was dying to meet. But at the same time, nobody really like made the step to tell me like, hey, let's meet and let's go there or something. I mean, a few people did, but not that many compared to the people that I matched on Tinder. Not that many like made that first step. And I feel like a lot of people are like a little bit sloppy. Like, the conversation like starts, but then it never leads anywhere, and then sometimes we exchanges like further contact. And I kind of felt like if I were to tell them like, hey, let's have a drink or something, they'll probably be like, yes, sure, or something. But it's like I have to like take charge and be in control, otherwise nothing happens. I'm not saying that before I came here I wasn't like slightly thinking, intensely daydreaming that someone would like see me and tell me.
僕と付き合ってください。
And yeah, but I haven't found it.
いるじゃん。
Another thing that can be quite disturbing is that Japanese people in general, like, make compliments very easily, like to pretty much everybody. I mean, I get a lot of compliments like from random people in the streets, from people that I meet like for work, or for like some of my few friends or acquaintances. And it's kind of like you get so many compliments like so randomly, and like, I don't know, all the time. And also they have a very intense way of saying it. They're like, Zélig Wilson and I'm desu ne. And it feels like kind of intense or something, the way they're saying it. So you kind of feel like, I don't know, if I were in Paris, for instance, and someone would like make a lot of compliments to me, I would probably like think, are they into me or something? I would like, even if I'm kind of like advocate of not having this kind of way of thinking and just taking compliment from what it is, a compliment, I would think that in the back of my mind. But here you get so many compliments from, I mean, grandmothers, from kids, from people my age, from like mothers, and like you really also can see that the compliment is like not meant to mean anything but a compliment, because you can see like a girl with her boyfriend like talking about me and making a compliment upon me, or you can see the boyfriend even expressing it or being like, oh, like when they see me, like either one of them. So it's basically like so random, I feel, in Japanese culture, that it's really not something that you can take to have a hint of who is into you or who is not into you. So I'm kind of wondering, like, if you meet someone and that person's into you, it's gonna be a bit harder to like make it known, because people generally like are so generous compliment wise. One other thing that is pretty much interesting here as well, dating wise, is that people tend to ask you a lot on like a meal date, like for the first date, whereas in Europe the first date is generally more like a drink or like a coffee or a cup of tea, of like, or maybe like museum if you want to pretend that you're smart. But I prefer to let it know from the first date that I'm stupid. Let's not pretend, just let's get done with it, and that's it. I'm kidding. But like, yeah, people here use ask a lot like to have grab a meal or something, whereas in Europe it would be more like the second date, third dates or something like this. But here it's like, hey, let's grab lunch together, or let's grab like dinner together or something like that. Typically also in Paris, at least, like the date when you have food is pretty much like the date, like the third, fourth date. So it's pretty much the date when you might have sex. But like, I don't think I would want to have sex after eating okonomiyaki. Like those bonito flakes, chai. They taste good, but the flavor, that's a bad idea. I was told like before I came here, like Japanese people don't give like signs of affection in public and these kind of things. And I feel like it's fucking bullshit.
What's going on? The lies! The lies!
They don't like, you don't see people like eating each other's like mouth in public like you can see in Paris or something, which is very gross. So I'm kind of happy with that, but people definitely like hold hands, and I see like people cuddles and these kind of things. Generally they tend to be like younger, at least 30 or 30 something I would say, and under. But yeah, I see definitely like people being quite comfortable like being affectionate in public. I haven't dated anybody, but still like some Japanese friends, and especially like my Japanese mom, Japanese sister, like we hug when we meet and this kind of stuff. So I feel like it's very strange when people say this, but yeah, that's at least what I have observed. People are so civilized and it's quite known now, but people really like care for each other and really like kind of take care of each other like constantly. And it's not only like dating wise, but people also like in a friends group that like kind of like look out for their friends, and whether they're like boys or girls or whatever. And I really like this, and it's also like kind of appears in the dating. They probably might think that I'm like very rude or something. Because I mean, I think I'm quite like nice and I look out for people a little bit, but there's something that I just don't have because I just wasn't raised with that culture of like always paying attention to the other person. Also, people will often want to like pay for you, like, at least for me. I'm not talking for your bitches, but at least like in my experience, it's kind of like a struggle to like pay for your meal or to like invite people. Like when I have coins, I like to pay. I like to be bowling, put the coins on the table, like holla. Especially if I just had like a nice moment. Whether I feel like the date is going to go somewhere or something, if I just had a last moment, if I have coins in my pocket. But at this point, I'm not even like pretending or struggling to like let people pay. I'm not even pretending like to take my purse out. I'm just like, holla. And yeah, like here, girls or boys would often kind of like, yeah, try to like pay you thing. That's my experience though. You better like have some money on your pocket still. Because if they don't, then you're in shit. But I don't think here it's in the culture to like have every person pay their meals. It's not like an usual thing. It's either one of the persons going to take charge. And I might think that traditionally it must probably be like the guy, but in my generation, I think girls like also like sometimes just like to treat you. 70% of Japanese women have leave their job after having their first kid, which is a lot, like 70%, because basically here the roles are kind of like traditional in a way. So basically the wife is expected pretty much to be like staying at home and taking care of the house and the kid, and then the guy is supposed to like be going to work and to provide for the family. So if you get in dating pound and it's successful, be prepared to what your life might turn like. I'm kidding. I mean, it mustn't be like, not everybody must be like this. In a nutshell, I would kind of say that I found Japanese boy to be a little bit sloppy. I mean, I'm sorry, it's just my experience, like personally, and it's actually funny because it's kind of different from my experience when I came here the first time, and I stayed less time, but I don't know if it's because also I have a different mindset now, because I kind of believe that you attract what you have inside you, you kind of project something. So since my mindset is not that open and it's a bit sloppy, maybe that's why I'm kind of attracted more like sloppy guys. But I kind of feel like Japanese girls on the other side are kind of more go-getter in a way, and they're kind of like go-getter in a strange way, because at the same time they're very shy, but at the same time they kind of make sure for you to know like what they're thinking and what they're about. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, share it if you have like the Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, and keep yourself happy. Jana.
Please. Drop her up the partition, please. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. 45 minutes to get out, just